Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Downtime with Downstar, episode 187. And today we're here with Pawz One. 187. Bro, what's good, man? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. Is that a coincidence? What do you think? I don't know.
the stars aligning.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
Hell yeah, man.
It's kind of cool.
So,
I get the bragging rights.
Yeah, definitely, man. Thank you for being here with me today. I appreciate it, bro.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Of course. So, quick backstory on all this. You're a rapper. I seen you perform. We went to the show that you did with that you opened up for Griselda, maybe about 6 months ago or something like that in LA.
Yeah.
So my guy here that I work with, I was just like, dude, let's go check out this show because I wanted to see Griselda because I'm loving that wave right now.
Yeah.
And they had like 15 openers.
Jesus. And I was like number 9, 11.
I said, bro, what the fuck is going on? We have to work tomorrow. It's like 12 o'clock already.
Yeah, terrible.
But one thing that stood out, bro, is that you were the only one that I felt connected to. Everybody else rapped like they were already put on. Meaning, you know, you're just singing along with the hook. You know, you're trying to get the vibe. But I'm like, nobody knows you yet, dude. You're selling a product. And the product that you're selling right now isn't being represented in the best way, in my opinion. So when you came on, the stage presence that you had, you were actually rapping all of your lyrics. It felt like you were rapping to Rolling Loud. No matter how many people were there, you know, you were putting your all into it. And I remember I was just trying to listen for your name, and I got your name. And right when I was there, I followed you because I'm like, I like this guy. I want to check him out. And ever since then, man, I've just been following your wave, and I see you hustling out there, bro.
Nah, I appreciate it. Funny thing about the show thing, I mean, I could expand on that and get into it, but I think the from the way you put it, it's like a lot of dudes don't, a lot of artists, I mean, they're fucking lazy.
Yeah.
So they don't want to work on the technique, the breathing technique. They don't know how to project their voice. They don't know how to do none of that, and they don't want to work on it because everything is pretty much done in the studio and everything is online. So there's really no reason to work on that because they're not worried about being in front of people doing it because they got training wheels on.
Yeah.
And for me, it kind of started where, like, you know, you meet up with people and, you know, you freestyle, you rap or whatever, and, you know, hopefully your voice is strong enough to get people's attention. They listen to the rhymes or the flow or whatever, and you try to develop that technique and you work on it. So, like, if you do perform on a show like that where there's 89 fucking openers, hopefully it cuts through all the bullshit and people kind of turn their head like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I've put a lot of time into to try to work on, and I've been blessed to tour and do shows with a lot of like legends. And you know, I'm not gonna sit here and name drop a bunch of them, but if people, you know, go back and do their history, like I've done a bunch of shit and toured the world or whatever, and, you know, with that's the one key is connecting with people at shows, because for me, online stuff, I mean, people can, you know, open up shop online and be gone a month from now as far as a rapper, and there's really no human connection. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's like I feel like if I'm on stage and the stage presence comes from, like, yo, if somebody was in the crowd and you know, said something, you know, I'd probably jump off stage, you know, or hit the mic stand. And not to say it's just a violent thing, but like, yo, if somebody reaches out to give me a pound, I'm gonna give them a pound.
Yeah.
You know, I remember the first time I hit a spliff, because you know, you hear songs about spliffs and this and that, and I was in Europe on tour and I'm performing, and this dude is you know, he's trying to hand it to me. And I'm not really fucking, you know, I didn't know what it was or whatever, but I had been drinking too. So I was like, you know what? He keeps trying to hand it to me. So I was like, fuck it. I took it thinking it was weed because it looked like a fucking joint. So I took the biggest hit I possibly could and fucking dying, bro. And remember, I'm on stage and I got the mic in one hand, spliff in the other. And I'm trying to not fucking cough to death and still remember the rhymes and then come back in and rap between the coughs. And but that was an experience that
Yeah.
is that's my point, is like, uh, having a stage presence. I got to be comfortable up there. That's my habitat,
Yeah.
and but it all comes back to a human thing where it's like, yo, I want to shake hands with people. I want to talk to people. And I don't want to live behind the screen. Like I didn't get into hip hop to hide behind this.
Yeah.
And I don't think, I mean, hip hop wasn't invented behind this. And I feel like that's kind of what people like yourself, real people, gravitate towards, is somebody who's confident, somebody who kind of mirrors what they do, and who they are. You know what I mean? Their personalities.
Yeah.
So
It was
that's
definitely you had a real confidence to you. Looking at the other guys that were up there, whether it's the clothes that they're wearing, the jewelry or anything, they were putting off a sort of bravado, that they're kind of like, too cool for school or whatever. But I'm like, yo, bro, you're opening up for the guys that are still trying to get it popping right then. Because
yeah,
6 months ago, Griselda, I mean, they weren't what they are today. They're growing quickly.
yeah,
And where we
yeah,
saw them at, it was like, a $20 venue, a small little place, So
yeah,
I think the guys that were trying to open up, they really missed out on an opportunity, something that you definitely did capitalize on. And it's something that caught my eye. And even when you're at these kind of shows and you're listening to these songs, they're not putting off the songs as they would sound in your headphones or in your car or whatever, but the one that
yeah.
you did, you were able to understand what you were saying. The volume, it just worked out perfectly. And have you
Yeah.
heard that example used about you before?
Well, like a lot of people have said, like after that show, I did a show with Czarface, same venue. I'm not a big fan of the sound system there, or the sound guy, whatever the fuck it is.
Got you.
Sometimes it sounds a little weird, but anyway, same thing. But this time, I was able to have a projector behind me with my info, so I had like my Instagram link, I had shit up there, so it was easy to immediately look me up or tag me or whatever. And from that show, I got a bunch of followers and shit like that. Shout out to everybody. And but I was getting feedback,
Yeah.
like yo, kind of similar along the same lines, where it's like, yo, there was another 62 rappers we had to sit through, but your shit kind of like it stood out or whatever. And I appreciate, because it lets me know that all the time and effort put into the craft is worth it. So from that show and the Griselda show, certain shows, I'm kind of positioned, to kind of be almost like a designated hitter in a sense,
Yeah.
where it's like I'm gonna get at least a stand up double, something like that. And I think some of these promoters kind of know that. Unfortunately, being in LA, one of the entertainment capitals of the world, if not the entertainment capital, everybody's trying to fake it till you make it. So
Yeah.
the jewelry and the dress code and things like that. I'm not saying like you shouldn't, if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. But I kind of felt like, well, Griselda's gutter. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, they're um, and so like, yo, I'm not gonna come out here and try to look like a model. I'm not gonna try to come out here and do that. I'm just gonna keep it raw. And that's pretty much the approach I try to take all the time, is keep it raw. Like, you could dress it up a bit, but I feel like that overshadows what you're doing and what you're saying when that's your main focus.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, you could tell that the work that you put into it, it did show a lot, and you had pride in what you were doing, and that's what made me want to follow you, And here we are to this day, man. Glad to have you on, bro. So, you talked about the hard work and the grind. How long have you been at it?
Well, shit, it's been like 2009. I put out my first mixtape, and
Gotcha.
so that's what, 11 years. And yeah, it's been. I mean, prior to that, I was trying to polish the craft. I was doing a lot of the MC battles, and this is back when I hate saying it because it makes you fucking it kind of dates you, but
Yeah.
the battle scene kind of blew up for a minute. I mean, there was a ton of movies made about it and shit like that. And but I was doing it then because it was a rite of passage, where it was like, yo, you had to travel and you had to battle whoever was dope in whatever city at whatever venue. Not so much because that's what you wanted to be for your entire career, but just to let people know, like, yo, I'm not in this to just do it, look cool and be cool. Like, I actually give a shit about hip hop and the rhymes and everything that goes into it. And so I started there, and did pretty well. Um, Battled some prominent people. I mean, I could name people, but if people know the history, they'll know, and they could look shit up or whatever. But so from that, I was like, yo, this is cool, but I want to write songs.
Yeah.
Like, uh, I don't really want to sit here and just talk about how dope I am all fucking day.
Yeah.
So I ended up going to prison, and in there, coincidentally, like, I ran into Razkaz, who's like, one of the greatest rappers of all time, living, dead or alive. You know what I mean? So, and that was a weird, kind of thing too. But being in there, I had obviously had nothing but time, so I sat there and I tried to perfect everything that I was doing, but not just on the rhyme tip. I was trying to learn about publicists and things like that, points and split sheets and shit like that, the business end. And I had a really good mentor, you know what I mean, in one of the worst possible places, but I learned a lot from him. And I got out, and that's when I put out my first project. And at the time, nobody gave a fuck about me enough to give me beats, and I definitely didn't have a budget to buy beats. So I was taking beats from like Dilated Peoples, Alchemist, whoever, like whatever I liked, I would rhyme on, and I put it out. But I created original songs over these beats. Sometimes I honestly wouldn't even listen to the original song because I didn't want it to influence me. So I would just hear the beat and fucking create a whole new song. And it made a little bit of noise, enough to get other people's attention. Then I came out with another mixtape. And from there, I set up my own tour because I was like, yo, I love doing shows. I got to get out of here because I was feeling kind of claustrophobic. LA's, it's kind of small in the scene that I'm in. Set up my own tour independently and, hit a couple states, and then it kept growing and growing and growing. And since then, it's just been, I try to be as consistent as possible, but life kicks you in the balls all the time. Yeah. So like I've had my best friends get murdered. I've shit like that. Like I've fought for custody of my kid. I've life, and it's shit that nobody could really, predict or whatever, or be ready for sometimes. So, but you try to keep your hands up, you try to keep throwing the punches. So at least it looks like you're not injured, but in reality, like, yo, you're playing injured. But thankfully a lot of, go ahead.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second, man. Because a lot of your rhymes, they're not about like, yo, I'm sipping lean, I got a bust down, and I got bitches. It's about some real shit, and it sounds like you've been through some real shit. Do you feel like you rapping about this is a sort of a therapy for you to get out your inner feelings when in kind of like? And then do you feel that being from where you're from, the life that you grew up in, that it's very hard for you to be able to express those kind of feelings?
Yeah, and the reason why I say that is because, everything is based on perception. So people will see you, and it's like a pit bull. People will see a pit bull, and some people will be like, yo, that's a beautiful dog, that's a dope dog. But then other people are like, yo, that fucking dog's dangerous, they'll cross the street or whatever. And but it's not the dog's fault, it's the owner's fault. So if you raise them, there's dogs that have been put in fights, and then they end up being rescued, and they're fucking family animals. You know what I mean? Like I can't think of the right term, but you know what I'm saying. Like they're able to be around kids, and they heal, and so it's kind of like that. So okay, I had it rough. Most of us do. So I'm like, okay, well, I put enough of that energy into fighting and being in the streets and going to jail and doing this and that. Fuck that. Yeah. Like, I need to do something to prove to my son and prove to my sister, and prove to people around me that you can do more and have more, even though you went through similar shit or worse. Yeah. And like, this just so happened to be what I chose, which is rap, which is hip hop. It could have been basketball, could have been medicine, could have been cars, could have been whatever. But I felt like it was a sink or swim. and like, yo, I'm just gonna fucking do it. So I dove in, and I think that's kind of why I started with the battle rap thing, was because I kind of felt like I needed to fight for my space,
Yeah.
because the way, I was, in my head. Now I'm in a different place, but um, the street stuff, all the tough guy shit, like that's cool, and a lot of it is regurgitated, a lot of it is just reworded, rearranged, and resaid, and I try to stay away from a lot of that shit, because it's like, look, most gangsters, real gangsters don't rap. Now I'm not saying that there are no real gangsters in rap,
Yeah.
because it's definitely not the case, but I'm saying predominantly, yeah, a lot of dudes get into it to exert this street, like you said, bravado. It's this projected image, and that shit, to me, it's kind of corny. It's like I scroll my timeline and I see dudes, rap dudes pointing guns at the camera and this and that. I remember fighting my case, and the DA went as far as looking up my tattoos and everything, bro. So like, if you were really in the street, yeah, like they were, they try to bury you, and if you're giving them ammunition and you're over here posing with guns and money and this and that, like, no matter how many times we tell these guys, like, yo, it's fucking stupid, stay away from it, but it sells and it works and it gets hit, and it's clickbait. So anyway, but I'm like, yo, okay, yeah, I've been in fights, this and this, whatever, but I'm gonna tell you about this other shit too, where like, I've been across, I've been on the other side and seen, Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen these places, and I've come home, and shit, you can too.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna talk about the journey, the experience, the real life, the human shit.
Yeah.
And I think a big part of that has to do with being locked up when I was young, and you're like 13 years old and you get stripped of everything, including your dignity. Because you're processed. You gotta take off everything you were, and everything you thought you were. You have to like take all that off, and you get processed in a line, and you go through that enough times, it can definitely condition you and mold you, but it can help you rebuild yourself. But it kind of took away that ego shit too, because it was like, yo, I'm just another fucking dude in here. You know what I mean? Like, this is survival. This is animalistic. And from that, I was like, okay, but it's human. We're all human. So like, you see dudes, their mom dies, and you're like, shit, he can't help but cry. Toughest gangster in there. He might not openly be out there crying his eyes out, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so like,
definitely.
I use the music as an avenue to express both sides of it. Like, I have a line in one of the songs that's coming out. I said, shed blood, they consider me street. Shed tears, they consider me weak.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, okay, I can go out there and start a fight with some random motherfucker because he looked at me a certain way, and now I got fucking street cred. Now I'm this and that, everything, I'm trying to be or pretending to be. But if I lose a family member or something happens and I break down, now I'm weak. Now I'm not that. It's like, so I try to touch on both sides. I definitely, I want to, at the end, I want to be seen as a fucking human being, not some projected image, some fucking hologram rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Now, do you feel like since that's your journey, it's going to make it a lot harder to get to where you want in the end?
Yeah, most definitely. And I can give you a ton of examples. Like, nobody likes reality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If they did, we wouldn't have all these ways to escape it. Reality TV wouldn't be scripted. And the thing is like, it's not to depress you and not to bombard you with like, it's because reality isn't always negative, bro. It's not. And I don't think people can embrace that side of it. So everything is a high, food, this, that, everything is a high. And like, everything is a distraction. Everything is an escape. So my first album I put out was called Face the Facts for that reason, because it was like, look, everything you're being offered over there is escapism. This is facts. And if you face them, there's beauty in that too. Yeah. Because it's, you're going to hit the brick wall, and you're either going to build yourself back up better, or you're going to run the other way and keep trying to escape it. You're an addict trying to, you know what I mean? And so for the most part, most people like that, like when they say woke and woke culture and this and that, like, yeah, people are waking up, but the music they listen to isn't woke. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And there's fake woke shit too, fake real shit, fake conscious shit. Like, there's of course, because they're like, I can peddle this and people will buy it. Christian rappers, for example, There's dudes that get into that, and yoga. There's yoga rappers. Like anything that you can attach this to, you can exploit. And when it comes to this, it's like when you try to do something real, it's disgusting to people. It's something that they don't want to see. You know what I'm saying? And but it's there, and if you could see the beauty in it, like yo, that's you pick it up, dust it off, like yo, this is kind of, it's a diamond. If you shape it,
Yeah.
if you shape it, most people don't want to take the time to do that.
Definitely, man. Do you feel lonely as far as not having many people that are on the same journey as you that you can speak with, or is there a lot of people in the like the hip hop realm who have kind of the same mindset as you? Because most of the stuff that I see is they're following a blueprint, and I can see it easy as day. They're following a blueprint. Now, for somebody like yourself that is doing the art how they want to do, not necessarily following a blueprint, but creating it on your own, does that put you in like a solitary kind of space, or do you have a group of people that you could throw ideas around at?
What's funny is in the beginning, I've been saying this a lot lately. In the beginning, like you're just happy to be here, bro. Everything's fucking great. You're excited. You're in it. You're meeting your heroes. You're doing this. You're doing that, and you haven't seen the ugly side of the business yet, or you haven't seen the ugly side of people that get into hip hop to take advantage of chicks,
Yeah.
or to do this, to do that, and to each his own. Whatever. I'm not here to judge all that shit anyway. But the problem is like I came in fresh, and I was just happy, and then I saw both sides. I saw like the ugliness coming from the fans of it, and the artist and the business side of it. And I was like, yo, this shit's kind of fucking, it's kind of whack. Like from the outside, you're like, again, you see your heroes, you see things like that, things you grew up with.
Yeah.
You get into it and it's nothing like that. That's not always the case, but sometimes, most of the times it is. And so what I did is I kind of started to pull back and recede. And I was like, you know what? I can't be at every show. I can't be at every event. I can't go to every video shoot. One of the last video shoots I did, I took a bottle of Hennessy, typical rapper shit.
Yeah.
But I took it to celebrate because I told my boy, I was like, yo, when I finish this fucking album that took 3.5 years, we're going to crack this bottle. I didn't have it for 3.5 years, but anyway, we cracked it at the shoot. So it's going around, we're drinking, and my spider sense is pretty strong now, so I could sense when the guy's in the room, that's when they start to inch and move in and start hitting you with all these questions. Like, yo, so how did you do this? And, yo, what do you think of so-and-so? And like, what they're really trying to do is gather intel. They're trying to pull shit out of you so they can go and spin it off in different directions, create beef between you and people, sour relationships you have in the business, things like that. And the alcohol, it brings down the shield.
Yeah.
So that's why I tend to not really be in a lot of these rap circles and be a part of these crews and cliques, because I've watched a lot of them disintegrate. And from that, I was like, nah, I'm cool. I'll kind of just do my own thing, which is how I got my name,
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. How'd you get the name?
So Pawz One was I had a bunch of graph names. I wasn't doing anything like on a crazy worldwide scale or nothing like that. But hitting shit, different cities in LA, and the crew that I was with, those dudes just started doing fucking drugs. That's all they wanted to do, smoke dope. And I was like, yo, that's not why I got into this shit. Is like I'm cool on that. So I added the one, because one means you're on your own.
Yeah.
You're doing your own fucking thing. And around that same time, I was going from writing to rhyming. I was doing them both, but I felt the pull to the rhyming shit, and that was the name I was rhyming under. That's what people kind of knew me as. So when I actually started recording shit, I didn't have a name, so I was like, fuck it, I'll stick with this name. It isn't the greatest rap name, I say that all the time, but it's mine though. So
Yeah.
I own it, I run with it. But yeah, that's what it came from. It's just kind of like, I'm gonna do my own thing, Like,
Got you. Do you still feel right now that you're doing your own thing, or do you have like a clique around you that you throw ideas around and cook with?
Well, what I do is I try to keep it loosely organized, like because I don't like to give people a clear target.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I've learned about the industry, and even on a street level and different things, is like a lot of people like to have a core group and a flag to wave, and that's cool. But all it takes is one rat or one this or one that, and it brings down the whole foundation. So what I realize is it's kind of better to move, not telling people who did this or who did that. So they can't cut that off, or they can't pull it out from underneath you, or they can't attack it and expect you to come out and defend it right away. Because that, like, it's not to say not to defend your people, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Where I don't like to give people a clear target, but I do have a group of people around me. A lot of them don't even know each other.
Got you.
So that's kind of how I like to keep it, where it's this weird cell of people that never really met each other or whatever, don't know. It's like robbing a bank. I don't know if I'm sure you've seen the beginning of fucking Batman.
I just watched it the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, when they're robbing the bank, and like it's not to say to turn on everybody, but you get where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Where, like, you're not supposed to know, because they can't get the information out of you.
Yeah.
That's kind of been that became my approach after years and years of eating shit and ignoring red flags, getting burned and shit like that. So that's but I do have a lot of friends that I fuck with, consistently. Yeah.
Got you. So being in the industry 10 plus years, you've probably met a lot of people, a lot of rappers. Is it easy right now to kind of point out those red flags when you meet somebody, or does it still take time? Like, are you still surprised?
No, like, I'm not gonna say no, because there's always that anomaly. There's always that one where you're like, yo, I thought that motherfucker was cool.
Yeah.
It happened, recently, but I think being in the situations I've been in real life, and then plus in the industry, it kind of sharpens your eye.
Yeah.
And if you listen to your instincts, they'll guide you in the right direction. And now, like, when I'm around certain people, I'm very selective with what I say.
Yeah.
Because I kind of see what they do, where they'll take something somebody said and create an issue out of it or whatever. And so things like that. Like, if I'm in a room, I pretty much like try to clock the room and see who's in there, and then I can know, like, yo, should I drink? Should I not drink?
Yeah.
Because they're in there and they're
Yeah.
gonna prey on you. They're gonna prey on you, or the vampires, the energy vampires, people that come in there to just siphon and pull and like just weigh you the fuck down. And I try to stay, keep my eyes open for that kind of shit.
I feel you. I always like to think that I'm a very good judge of character, but then, like you said, there's some anomalies that come up and you're just like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that one. And then you kind of got to go back to the books and, rewrite a couple things.
Yeah, everybody has them though, and I think that's kind of what keeps things interesting. Because if you were right all the time, you'd just be kind of a paranoid conspiracy theorist, hiding in the cave type of person. So you do got to take chances. You got to give people a shot. And some people fuck up, not because they meant to do harm, but because they didn't know better. They were ignorant to certain shit.
Yeah.
And depending on what it is, it's forgivable. But me personally, like, in the business aspect of like the music business, if somebody wastes my time and my money, either or both,
Yeah.
like I tend to, depending on how bad it is, I tend to just kind of back away, or I'll just I'll cut them off completely and make it public, or I might just go out and attack them and be like, yo, don't fuck with that guy because he's gonna do A, B, and C. And it's not so much to just expose him, it's so people like you and real motherfuckers trying to do things don't get snaked into some type of scam or some shit. 100%. It's more like looking out for others, not so much like I'm Vlad TV and I'm trying to expose this dude and get hits or whatever. Not saying that's what he does. But
I feel you. Yeah, the reason I bring that up, I heard, I always would be so hard on myself when something would pop up and I'm like, damn, I thought that was a good person, but I saw a quote or a tweet from, Taxstone, podcaster Tax. He's actually locked up. He's been locked up for like the last 4 years or so, but he said a quote on a podcast that he did over the phone was, you don't meet people when you don't meet people when you meet them. You meet them over time. I was like, damn, that
Yeah,
makes so much sense, man, because whether it's 5 months, 6 months, or a few years, eventually the layers start coming off, and you get to
yeah,
see who they are as a core. And then if you
yeah,
could see them as a core and you see that they're a good person, but sometimes they make mistakes, then you're just like, okay, cool, I kind of get that. But then sometimes you get to the core and you're like, oh, this fool ain't even the same
yeah.
at all.
Yeah, and it's like that. It's like that, with anything,
Yeah,
relationships, whatever. But I think that's I try to put a lot of that stuff into the music. Like there's a song called "Fake Love,"
yeah, yeah, yeah,
um, that was on that album, and where I talk about it, where it's like, watch these women in the webs that they spin you in, because what good is a love if it ain't genuine?
yeah,
So like, because it happens. You get wrapped up in the emotion, or you get wrapped up, like you think you got a bond or a rapport with somebody, a homie or whatever, and then it's just foul. That
yeah,
first opportunity, you leave your wallet out, they start pinching your weed, whatever, just little grimy shit, and it adds up, you know.
yeah. No,
But I try to touch on those things in the music.
I love it, man. I really do like that song "Fake Love" as well. So you talk about, give people heads up, real people heads up about, some things that will go on in the industry. Maybe if they're new, if they've never been through this situation, you could shed some light on it. So I
Yeah, but
remember the
go ahead.
the other day you posted something which was a DM from the game, and it was so funny when you posted that because I had recently heard about that on the Joe Budden podcast. So
Yeah.
I want to see if we could go over that subject a little bit. I kind of understood it loosely, but I want to see what the whole situation looked like from the artist's standpoint.
Okay. It looked fan fucking tastic. It looked like, look, ma, I made it. You know what I'm saying? It was that moment. But when you've been in it long enough in your season, and you've seen a lot of these scams, that shit, the magic wears off real quick,
Yeah,
real fast. But here's the thing. If it doesn't get you, it gets the people around you. For example, so somebody had posted, or he actually posted, yo, tag somebody who could spit or some shit, tag someone who's got game or whatever. And I was tagged, like, I don't know, anywhere from 5 to 6 times. And shout out to everybody that tags me in those too. But this one just kind of led to this. So I figured, okay, that's cool. Good looking out. I appreciate it. Didn't think much of it. About a week later, maybe 4 days later, I got a DM, and I posted it. And but at the time, I was with my girl in Vegas, and I was like, "Babe, what do you think of this?" And she's like, "Oh man, your hard work paid off. This and this, and yeah, and it's not that she's naive. She's not dumb,
yeah, yeah,
not
yeah,
at all. But it's that hope. It's that like finally, you know what I mean? It's paying off, and there's light at the end of the tunnel. But I had to do some research, and I was like, wait a minute, like, this kind of don't add up. Why the fuck would he hit me up? So I started doing a bunch of research and things like that, and come to find out, it all stemmed from that post. And I found out that what some of these guys are doing, intentionally or unintentionally, is they're giving somebody keys to their car, and those people were going out and doing foul shit with their Instagram accounts, and they're trying to rope in artists to pay. I think he wanted like
700.
$500, $700 to be on a a mixtape, and that sounded funny to me because one of my boys that actually commented on there, he broke the shit down, and he's like, look, they got like, it's an 80-song mixtape that goes on SoundCloud, and he broke down the mathematics too, and he was like, yo, if you're paying 500 and you're only getting this many plays, you're paying like $12 a play,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or some shit like that. He really broke it down. And again, the people around you can be like, well, fuck, here, I got 250. Like, yo, just put up this is your shot. And it's really not, though.
Yeah.
Because when was the last time you heard of anybody blowing up off of shit like that? Right?
Yeah.
It don't really happen like that. It's just a scam, and it's done to create hype. So these rappers will buy the hype. And a lot of them, some of them know. It's the same reason why they buy the little verification, the check mark, is to look official. You got 77,000 followers, you get 32 likes or some shit, right? The numbers don't add up. But yeah, that was funny, and like I had to put it out there
Yeah.
because at least for my people, I don't want my homies that are doing real shit to get roped into that. And somebody actually DM me and they're like, "Yo, two of my homies got fucking they got."
Ah.
Yeah, so I was like, well, that's why I put it out there. And it's like, if the game's gonna come after me because of that, or whatever, or whoever his people are, like, yo, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It don't change. I'm not trying to knock the hustle, but like, at least do your research on who you're approaching with that first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like, I'm not gonna buy the knockoff. I kind of know what. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And I don't think they gave a shit. They kind of just went. And everybody that was tagged or tagged a couple times, they just DM'd them with the same spam.
Yeah, definitely.
So put it out there. Fuck it. And if down the line somebody jams me up about it, I mean, yeah, I didn't delete it. It's what it is,
Yeah, you know what? It now that I'm thinking about it, it wasn't the Joe Budden podcast. It was the Adam 22 show on No Jumper. They do a weekly podcast, and they were the ones that were talking about it because I was watching another episode, and they followed up because Benny the Butcher, he's one of them that's doing it as well. And I guess Benny got in contact with Adam and told him that he wasn't happy about it because he made it seem like it was a scam or whatever. But I don't know if it's a scam because you're getting what you get, but you're selling false dreams to these people that are on their grind. Okay, everybody, we're going to take a quick break for our sponsors, and we'll be back in 1 minute. Hilto Automotive has been a supporter of Downtime with Downstar for quite some time now, and we know that they're in your corner, that they got your back, whether you're under a car or you just need some help. No matter your race, creed, engine platform preference, that motto stands true. Accord, Civic, S2000, any Honda, any customer, anywhere in the world, with equal respectful treatment for all. We at Downtime with Downstar share these values, and as a special gift to Downtime listeners, they are giving you guys a special deal. Using the Let's Deal function at the top of HeelToeAuto.com, you'll find an option to request a special quote. Submit a special quote using the key phrase, "I'm down with Downstar." Once again, the key phrase is, "I'm down with Downstar," for a special deal on whatever you're shopping for. And of course, if you need any help, Marcus from Heel Toe is available by call, text, email to help out. Heel Toe wishes you guys a happy, healthy, and safe 2020. So I know a lot of you guys are questioning, what is this whole cult thing that's going on? Well, we at Downstar are starting our own cult. What is it? Are you going to have to drink punch? Are we going to sleep with your wives? No, none of that yet. But what it is a direct number to us, meaning me, Frank Downstar. I'm the one that's answering the text. So please, right now, text us, 818-403-3473. You're just going to have to follow a couple simple steps, get added to your contacts, and text us. Let us know what you're thinking of the episode so far. If you guys have any questions, anything like that, anything, even want to talk about life, man, just shoot us a text. We're here to help you guys out, and we're here to have some fun, man. And that's what the cult's about. So come join the cult. 818-403-3473. No charges. We're not going to be selling your info. No bullshit like that, guys. Just straight up fun. So make sure you guys shoot us a text right now. 818-403-3473. And enjoy the rest of the episode. Have a good day.
Yeah. So I think there is a way to do it, and it is beneficial, right? I'm not saying that it's complete garbage. It's all about the way it's done.
Yeah.
So like, if you tell me, look, you're going to get all of these things, but I'm not putting my stamp of approval on it. Not personally, but you're going to be in the bin. You're going to be on the list. And like for some guys, that's good enough to be on the list, to have their name seen by people. So they are getting what they pay for.
Yeah.
And the artist isn't necessarily lying to them. They're like, yo, you got what you paid for. Nobody liked your song. Fuck, that ain't our fault, right? But it is a hustle.
Yeah. So,
they got to make their money. And artists that's why I made a project called Sell Me a Dream, because that's essentially what's happening. So with that, it's like, I can't knock Jadakiss, because I heard
Jada's another one too.
Fat Joe, but it's like this. If I saw them put somebody out from a project they done that was kind of like this, I'd be more inclined to
Definitely.
you know what I mean, to read into it. But being that this kind of shit's been done a million times, and usually like 1 in 10 million, like where they grab an artist and they're like, yo, we fly you out, you have a meeting, they see what you're about, you see what they're about, you work something out. If you're not an artist on their roster, they'll put out a single for you, or they do a collaboration, or they bring you in to write or produce or whatever it is. And I haven't seen a lot of that. I just see a lot of hungry, thirsty, desperate rappers that are just shelling out bread. And you know, for me, it's like I kind of feel like I'm not saying I deserve that spot because I'm that fucking good, but at the same time, like, yo, kind of do your research. If you look at what I've done, it'll let you know the direction that I'm going in.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing this for just the hype. Like, I'm not gonna buy the hype. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, those,
I
it is
feel
what
you,
it is.
man. I'm glad we got to touch on that subject, man, because that just shows that a lot of people are out to take advantage of whatever situation is going on, and it could definitely turn into something. I mean, maybe even for somebody like yourself that's in the business, where you're. There's a line from Jake or from Drake where it said, meeting your idols is seeing like how magic works. You get to see like the magic behind it. So you see like, the game. Oh man, he's from close to where I'm from. He started out, but that doesn't mean that he's that same person now after 15 years of being in the game.
Exactly.
Yeah, it changes the person.
And shit, it changed me. I can't lie. In the beginning, I was just happy. I was excited to be in hip hop, to be accepted by people, and like, to get props from legends and people that I looked up to. But the deeper I got into it, like I said, I kind of had to armor up, and so I could navigate through the industry.
Yeah.
And it does change you, and I don't blame people like that have reached a certain level of success that are more selective. Like, there's some people like, yo, they don't want a ton of people in the green room.
Yeah.
They don't want a bunch of people on stage when they rap. I could respect that. You know what I mean? And it's just I get that part of it, but I just kind of feel like there's a lot to this that the average person doesn't know, and the majority of them kind of don't really give a shit because they're just gonna buy what's being sold. And I used this analogy before, but it's kind of like, let's say a business, like a restaurant, right? And, you can get a burger, like, okay, In-N-Out. Okay, In-N-Out's a chain, but it's not a McDonald's chain.
Yeah.
Like, that spread by word of mouth. People tried the burger, and were like, yo, you got to go all the way to California to go get it.
Yeah.
And then it started to branch out. But my point is like, that recipe is the same. It's the same. But they don't advertise. You can't, like, you're not going to see toys. They don't have a Happy Meal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to see billboards. You're not going to see their shit in the new Transformers or whatever fucking action movie or whatever. You're not going to see product placement. The fucking recipe is what sells it.
Yeah.
The food is good. That's why every time you go, there's a goddamn line, because it's good. And they're not trying to be McDonald's. They're already beating McDonald's off of sheer just being who the fuck they are and keeping the recipe the same. And that's kind of what I like to do. But the average fucking person that's driving down the street and they're hungry, there's a McDonald's, then there's a Carl's Jr. right across the street. 2 blocks down is the fucking Jack in the Box, Del Taco, and so on and so forth. So people won't stop at a Tam's or a Jim's or a Sam's or something that has that real good pastrami sandwich. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Yeah. So, because they don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
And they don't care that those people that run that business live in that hood. They don't care about that.
Yeah.
It's just, wow, this is right here. What do you want to get? And real quick, In-N-Out. Chances are they're probably bumping some garbage hip hop too.
Yeah.
Some fast food hip hop to eat some fast food.
Fast food hip hop, man. I definitely feel you on that. Although I am a big consumer of fast food hip hop.
I love it, bro. Especially right now. Like, yo, I'd probably put on, like, I don't know, 12 pounds or some shit. I have no idea what's on. I watched my video that came out, the Out of Bounds video, and I was looking at it, and I was like, damn, I see the little tire. So I'm like, fuck, I got to get on it. So I'm trying to get back into shape and cut out the little mini tacos from
Yeah.
Jack in the Box and whatever. Because I'm not saying that, and I've said this before too. I told my boy, I was like, yo, uh, I watch a lot of shit like this. It's
Yeah.
it's not like super intellectual. There's a lot of intellectual jokes, but it's pretty raw shit,
Yeah.
and it's junk food. It's junk food for your brain, and sometimes you do need that. But I watch a documentary that talks about certain things that can be considered smart or whatever, and like, all right, cool. I'll go from like Ancient Aliens where they're talking about this and this and this and that, or whatever fucking documentary about like how Hitler made fucking this train that carried this gold and whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And then I'll turn around and watch some bullshit, some Family Guy, American Dad, because you got to balance it out. I don't feel like anybody can do just one thing, and when they do, I hate those people. They're usually dicks. Like
Yeah.
they're the people that only fuck with the dumb shit, or the people that are super hardcore with the other shit.
Yeah.
Too left or too right, and it's like, come on, man. Like that's no human is one or the other. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I feel like I get that a lot from the from the older generation. I'm 35, so people in about my age is that they completely write off anything that's come after Biggie and Pac. Anything else is just bullshit, and I'm just like, come on, man. You can listen to these guys and not have to compare them to anybody. It's not like when you go.
Yeah.
When you go to Arco and you get a corn dog and you're like, and then you compare, okay, well, this isn't as good as a Ruth's Chris steak. I'm like, no shit, dick. You're at the gas station.
Exactly. So it's like somebody, people will send me stuff to listen to, or people will try to put me on the artist, like, yo, have you heard of this guy or whatever, and they'll play me some stuff, and I'm like, yo, for what it is, it's fucking great. Like, yo, that sounds dope. But it's not, big pun. It's not big L, but it's not trying to be.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
I mean, if you go back and listen to like, the classic hip hop albums and shit like that, like, bro, Eazy-E, Too Short, like those dudes aren't crazy lyricists, super, you know what I mean? It wasn't like that. It's just rap. It was raw. They weren't Ice Cube,
Yeah.
but like Short is dope. But I'm saying like they weren't trying to be that. They were just hitting you with shit, and they were good at what they did. So it's like that. It's hard to take somebody who's of a certain age, and it's not even so much age, because kids are the same way. A lot of kids are like, yo, I'm not fucking with that old shit.
Yeah.
It's like, well, yeah, but you fuck with that, and you don't even know how old that is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it's hard to convince people. Like, it's hard to win people over.
Yeah.
It's hard to take an older generation and say, yo, you got to listen to Logic, you got to listen to J. Cole, you got to listen to these people, give them a shot, because the shit is actually dope. It's hard to do that and sit them down, put headphones on them, and fucking get them to listen. Put them in the car and play the shit, and have them sit through it without gritting their teeth, and vice versa. It's hard to get a kid to sit down and listen to Tribe Called Quest or whatever. It's hard, bro, to get them to sit through it and actually give it a chance and digest it.
Yeah.
It's hard, and that's why, like, the slogan that I came up with when I first started doing it was like, yo, everyone raps now, because that was like 11 years ago. Because even at the time, I was like, fuck, this shit is everywhere.
Yeah.
And everyone's dabbling in the shit. So I was like, oh, that sucks. So I made a shirt, and it became a slogan, and it kind of caught on. Then the second slogan is, I don't rap for stupid people.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have to sit there and dumb everything down. I don't want to have to fucking do that. Like, if you can't keep up, then you shouldn't be following me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no,
So-
definitely, man. I feel like your music is something that you have to actually break down the bars to, and you're actually saying something in it. When a lot of the other stuff is just, it's a great song because it's a great package. The tone of the voice, the cadence, the way that they're able, the pocket that they're in, and the beat, and how it just sounds in your car, how it makes you feel. It's just like that shit's undeniable. You cannot deny that that's a good song. But like comparing that to like 97 freestyle from Big L, you're just like
it's not the same at all. And I think because people were lazy, they just see food, corn dog, steak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and it's like, fuck, those are the people that I don't really try to stop what I'm doing and wait for them to catch up.
I
And
feel
that's
you.
why the new project's called Dance on My Grave, because I kind of feel like, a lot of times people will come along and they create a path and they stay true to who they are no matter what happens, whether they're successful or not. They end up passing away, and then people, you know, find it later. People
Yeah.
discover it later, and they're like, "Oh fuck!" Like this guy from the '70s was talking about things that are happening in 2020 and shit like that. And
Yeah.
that song, like now that song's in their playlist when they're working out, when they're driving around or whatever. And it's unfortunate that that happens. Like they say, you know, give me my roses while I'm alive.
Yeah.
Give them their roses while they can smell them.
Definitely.
And so for me, it was kind of like I see a lot of the opposite, where it's like I don't see a lot of the accolades. I don't see a lot of the praise. I don't see a lot of the love and support. I do see it. I'm not saying I'm ignorant to all of it and I'm blind to it. Like I know cats like yourself obviously take your time to give me a platform, but
Definitely.
for the most part, the industry's not really trying to put me in a spotlight to
Yeah.
do certain things. And so it's like, well, fuck, if you're not going to give me my roses, then dance on my grave, because that's essentially what you're doing. And so it's like, all right, well, fuck it. Let's make a joke out of it then.
Yeah.
And because people will come around. And, I might be gone by then, but either way. And I put that kind of shit in my rhymes where it's like, yo, I get it. People were living. People got life. So
Yeah.
they don't have time to listen to every song you drop, every album, every interview, every this. They don't. And especially when it's not shuffled in next to Kanye or next to Drake or next to whoever, whatever. So anyway,
Yeah.
but that's the general idea with that is people will catch on.
I feel you, man. And that's pretty much the same thing that I'm doing with the podcast right here. I'm trying to focus on it, create good content, and create a catalog of back podcasts that people could listen to, because one day it's gonna come that people are gonna find out about it, and then they're gonna be able to check out the back catalog, and then they're gonna feel like, oh shit, where was I the whole time? And then me, I'll
Yeah.
be like, I've been here
Yeah.
the whole time. So you just gotta enjoy the process as it is, and trust it.
It's like a photographer,
Yeah.
where you're like you go and like you're somewhere, you might be at a rally or something, and you see a little kid holding a sign, and you just snap a picture of it, right? And at the time there's hundreds or whatever, people posting them on Instagram and this and that, whatever. But years later it surfaces, and then people were like, oh fuck, now I see what dude was
Yeah.
showcasing in that image. And then they'll go and they'll look up your catalog. It's kind of like rap album covers, where like people that moment that they caught where the Wu was in front, and or sitting on a car or whoever.
Yeah.
There's moments that were documented, and they captured something in it, and it might have been insignificant to everybody else, but then when you have time and you actually learn the story behind it, you're like, oh fuck. And you got to give the photographer credit, because you're like, well, shit, he's the one that took that picture.
Yeah.
So, and it's not so much like you're not doing it for the pat on the back, but you're doing it because you love it, and because you want to put things out there that you enjoy and that you think other people would enjoy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you ever get frustrated with the
All the
journey?
All the time, Talk to my boy day before yesterday. And he was telling me about this artist that he had on his label. It's an indie label. And this guy was like, he's dope. He's talented. But you could kind of see what he was after. And he was after that spot where he wanted to be that guy everywhere. And I get that. But I don't think he was doing enough work. He wasn't taking enough fights to get that title shot. And so we're talking, and he's like, oh, yeah, I don't fuck with that dude no more. And I was like, oh, what happened? Whatever. He tells me the story. And he's like, yeah, dude don't even rap anymore. And I was like, well, wait a minute. Like, a minute ago, like, he was going to diss you this for life, and then hip-hop this and da-da-da-da-da. And then now you throw in a towel. And don't get me wrong, bro. Life gets us all. You know what I mean? And people have retired and come out of retirement. I get that too. But, it's for dudes to just flat out quit because it's inconvenient or because it's hard. Oh, this is hard. I can't do that. It's hard.
Yeah.
Like, then this ain't fucking cut out for you.
Yeah.
Like, I heard this quote. I guess there was, I don't know the comedian's name, but he's famous too. But I guess he ran into Seinfeld when he was working the circuit trying to come up, and Seinfeld was already kind of a headliner, and he pulled he asked Seinfeld for advice,
Yeah.
and he was like, "You want my advice? Quit, quit, quit now, right?"
Yeah.
And so dude leaves, and he's like, "Yo, Jerry Seinfeld's a fucking asshole. Fuck him, and this and that. Fuck that. Like, I feel like my set was better than his set, or this or that." And that dude honed his style and everything. Ran into Jerry Seinfeld somewhere, and now they're not equals, but yo, he made it to that level now. And he told Seinfeld, he's like, "Yo, you probably don't remember that time at club such and such. You told me to fucking quit." And he's like, "Yeah, but look where you are now."
I love it.
So because like, yo, if all I have to do is say those words to you, and that shatters everything about you,
Yeah.
then this is definitely not for you. If I could make you turn around, no, what you want isn't this way, it's that way. And you could just about face and go that way, this is not for you, because that's not how you become a legend. That's not how you become an icon. That's not how you create classics. Nobody ever. Muhammad Ali didn't work like that. Bruce Lee didn't work like that. All these people that are who they are, they weren't told no you can't or no you shouldn't or whatever, and listen. You know what I mean? They push forward because it is going to get hard. It doesn't matter what the fuck you do. You know what I'm saying?
Got you, man.
So
Like I was telling you before, we started Downstar about 10 years ago. And I started the podcast in September 2018. So I'm basically using the same blueprint that I did with Downstar with the podcast, and I understand that it's going to take work, but I've seen the results. How are you confident about your journey? What makes you feel like it's going to pay off in the end?
well, the milestones sometimes are small, bro. Sometimes they're pebbles. Sometimes they're pebbles. Sometimes they're boulders. It just depends. You know, when people that I grew up listening to are like, "Yo, I'm gonna perform in LA. I want you to open up."
Got you.
And you're like, "Oh shit!" And you're like, "Yo, I remember listening to this dude's album over and over and over, trying to learn all the words, and like now I'm being asked to perform alongside him, or being asked to be on songs or things like that, being included by people like that." But for me, some of the best ones, it's not monetary. It's not always monetary. Obviously, it's if I can make enough to live comfortably, cool. I don't need a lot of the extra stuff because I'm not gonna rap about that anyway, even if I fucking had it. So for me, it's like as long as I'm comfortable enough to keep creating art. Like I want to starve enough to keep creating real art. I don't want to get comfortable. I don't want that.
Yeah.
So I know because of that, I guess the law of attraction, I'm not necessarily getting all the money or whatever this or that. And for other reasons too, I believe it has a lot to do with my nationality, and people aren't really ready to see somebody like myself in a position like that, to be seated between this guy and that guy, Eminem and this guy.
Gotcha.
People aren't really, it's if I was Chinese, like China Mac is dope. Good example. It's like, there's certain MCs that don't fit the criteria, the look. They don't have that.
Yeah.
And we can't really like, oh, poor me. So we just kind of push forward because that's what it's about. Is pressure makes diamonds. But anyway, so as far as that, like people that talk to me on a person to person basis, like I'll be at a show, or when we were at shows, and somebody will come along and be like, "Yo, man, that song, this and this," and they'll know the lines from the song. And you're like, "Oh fuck, that's dope," because they tell you how meaningful it is to them, or it was at that moment when they heard it. And one of the best examples is my first mixtape. I had a song on there called "Pray for Death," and it was pretty much like, it's almost like ready to tap out, because at the time I was going through a lot with my son, and I was pretty much like a letter to God, saying like, "Yo, fucking either help me or take me, because I'm over this shit." And my cousin gave the mixtape to one of his friends that was going through a similar situation. And my cousin calls me like randomly and was like, "Yo, you busy? Blah, blah, blah." He's like, "Yo, you remember so-and-so?" And I had met the guy once or twice. And he's like, "Yeah, he wants to talk to you." And I'm thinking, okay, it's some completely unrelated shit or whatever. Starts telling me, reciting the lines from it and telling me how much it meant, and how much it it pushed him to do better. Where it's
Yeah.
like, okay, you went to the edge, you looked down, it was dark, but you turned around, and because the song after and things like that, and I was like, okay, well, fuck, that's kind of what it's about, really, for me. So those are the things that let me know I'm going in the right direction.
Fuck
You
yeah.
know, the money and shit like that, like, that's great, but like that, hopefully changed dude's life,
Yeah.
and or and it's changing people's lives, and it's like, okay, dope. And I'm not saying that I'm that powerful and I'm this and that, whatever, but that's the whole goal. Is like I'm writing this letter to everybody, and if you read it and there's something that you could pull from it and use it when you're in the gym or you're fighting something or you're going through this or whatever, or you need motivation to do something, and if you could pull pieces from what I've done, then shit, that's it for me. As far as the fame and the money and things like that, the typical things that cats go after, I feel like a lot of that is fake. A lot of it is is thrown on. A lot of it, it can be, fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
And I have friends, good friends that used to rap, and that's what they did. They spent a ton of money to look like a rapper, and spent no time to sound like one. And they don't rap anymore, needless to say. But it's no disrespect to them, but it's kind of like people. Those things are cool. I'd love to have things like that. You know what I mean? But when it's all said and done, like I don't want that to be what I was known for. It's like, yo, did you see it? Did you see how many cars? He was the first one to have that car. And this, I kind of don't really. I don't want to be known as that guy. You know?
Yeah, because that might dilute the actual message that you're putting out.
Yeah, because it'll downplay it, and then I don't. It's a weird balance where like some people have been able to be successful at that, where they're seeing money and they're seeing that exposure, but they're still able to talk about real things.
Yeah.
And going back to the music industry, I feel like that is something that only a handful of people are able to get. It's a lottery ticket, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's Willy Wonka shit. And so I feel like a lot of people are after that, and they don't realize how scarce it is. So I don't aim for that. I don't aim for that because I can acknowledge that people aren't really ready to see somebody like myself at this point in time in a position like that, not yet. And because I'm not representing a certain stereotype.
Yeah.
I'm not coming out as the lowrider guy. I'm not coming out as this guy or that guy. And it's no disrespect to anybody because that's what they grew up with. That's what they're into. That's what they like. Cool. But for me, like, I'm into hip hop. I'm into like martial arts. I'm into different shit. And I rap about different shit. So because I'm from Los Angeles and I look a certain way, I'm expected to sound a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And prime example is like I've been asked like, yo, why don't you just rhyme in Spanish?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's an entire fucking world out there where you can get paid and you can live good, you can eat good doing that. And I'm like, well, fuck, honestly, my Spanish ain't that fucking good.
I'm a California Mexican.
Yo,
I don't know much Spanish either, dude.
Yeah, and for people that kind of look down on you, I say this: like when I get pulled over, I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
Spanish, no Spanish, nothing. I'm what they think I am.
Yeah.
So don't hit me with that shit. So I don't do that because I probably wouldn't be able to, and I'm sure I could teach myself to get good at that enough to fake it to start seeing a little bit of profit. But that's not. I don't want to do that because there's dudes that's their fucking first language and they're really dope. So why let them have that? You know what I'm saying? Like homie's a beast. He's from Colombia. Like yo, dude is dope. And I'm not gonna try like let me make a little bit of money over there. It works out. Like nah. I feel like I'm gonna carve my own space no matter how small it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So,
somebody that comes to mind when you make that example is like a King Little G. You know?
Yeah.
He's I really like his way of telling stories, and it's not your typical sort of like Mexican style rapping, you know? And, I think that's one thing that really gravitated me towards him more than somebody else that was kind of like I forget the fucking guy's name. It's from Santa Barbara. I forget. He was on the song
Oh,
with YG.
what? Oh, I don't know who that is, but I get what you're saying. Where it's like, yeah, there's dudes that do that, and like it's real. Like that's them. You know, they put a little twist on it, and that's dope to see. You know, but the shitty part is it's kind of like a martial art where it's like, yo, that's jujitsu, that's taekwondo.
Yeah,
You, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but no, and
yeah,
it's not one's not better than the other. Um, but you get what I'm saying. So it's like I give props to those people, and I think because hip hop is competitive, and it's and being in Southern California, it's very very territorial with the
yeah,
gang shit and everything else. I feel like people want that. Like they want you to say, yo, this is it. Like this is what I'm doing, and these are my people, and this and this. And like a lot of those people have never left. Like
yeah,
like I said, I've been to Belgium. You know, I've been to Brownsville, Brooklyn. I mean, I've been like all over. Like so on and so forth. I could go down the list, and you know, I'm thinking like, why would I just represent one tiny faction of people forever?
yeah,
Because I've met people in all these different places and countries where you're like, yeah, this motherfucker's solid, or she's mad cool, or you know what I mean? Like it's just it goes back to the human thing,
yeah,
and I think because people are afraid to go out and run into new people and have to like leave their comfort zone, they hold on to the fucking like I'm from here and that's it. I don't care about anything else. Fuck everything else. I'm like, all right,
yeah,
that's cool, but like it's a big fucking world, you know?
yeah.
And like the cool thing is like I seen a commercial for Omaha Steaks, right? And I was like, oh shit, I've eaten Omaha Steaks in Omaha when I
Yeah.
was on tour. I've had Maine lobster in Maine. I'm a fat ass, so I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, I'm trying all these different like foods that are from these places. Philly cheesesteaks in Philly, and that's cool to say. And you know, you want your people to go out and experience that kind of shit. You want
Yeah.
them to do things like that, and that's what I'm trying to represent that part of it, where it's
I
like, yo,
feel you.
there's more than this. Like, yo, be proud of this. I'm proud of this. I mean, fuck, it's tattooed on me. Like, yo, I've had to fight for it. I've had to defend it. But at the same time, I understand that there's more. And when I go and I represent it, I'm representing all of us. I'm not
Yeah.
representing this one spot on the map of these 26 people and so on. Like, yeah,
I feel you.
and yeah,
Definitely, man. So earlier you were talking about battle rapping. Now I've caught some recent battle raps, and I noticed that it's a lot different than like 8 Mile was back in the day. Um,
yeah.
do you think that battle rap is the ultimate level of hip hop right now?
I think it's offshoot. I think it's its own little. I think it's its own little sub genre
Got you. Okay.
of hip hop. Like I say that because it's an art form, obviously, but it's there's no musicality. There's no
Mm,
like you can think of lines like if you're into that and that's your thing, uh, dope. Like it's almost like you ever see those videos where the dudes slap each other?
yeah. 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 Yeah.
It's whoever gets knocked out first or whatever. If you're into just slapping, open hand slapping somebody and waiting to see who wins, awesome. Those videos are great.
Yeah.
But if you want to see like some MMA shit and you're like, I want to see different, the ground and pound, I want to see different shit happen. Um, you know, it's one or the other. And I think with battle rap, it's the slap shit where
Mm,
it's not really it's not so much of a flow where like there's some guys that could just weave in and out of a beat where like not to say that it doesn't matter what they're saying because they're probably saying some crazy shit, but you're just like it's a groove that they hit and you're like, yo, this is fucking dope. The voice, the accent, the style, the way they extend certain words. And I think from a lot of the battles that I saw, it's missing a lot of that because there's no beats and there's
yeah.
no but it's not to downplay it. I respect all those dudes being able to. It's like fighting. So going head to head against somebody in front of people and taking that risk of getting your ass handed to you. I got to give you props for that. Most cats, they rap about it, but they've never done it. And I think that's one of the funny things is like a lot of the rap shit that I've heard from quote unquote underground or whatever rappers is like, yo, they're the best rapper, but they've never been in an actual battle with anybody.
Gotcha.
And it's like saying, yo, I'm a heavyweight champ, and it's like, yo, you've never thrown on gloves, like, so you get what I'm saying? It's braggadocious
definitely.
without any. You got no scars, bro. I don't believe you. So
Yeah.
But yeah, with the battle rap shit, I give a lot of those dudes props. It's entertaining. It's entertaining.
Yeah, there's one guy that I follow, Daylight, definitely a beast. But it's always ever since I've been following him, his skills pretty much outmatch most of the people that I listen to. Yet it doesn't seem like he's able to transition out of that into I don't even want to say mainstream, but where people will know about him that aren't battle rap fans or aren't true hip hop fans. Maybe somebody that's just into music. If he was able to transition over, but now that you put it like that, maybe some of those people, they're just great for that space that they're in, and kind of brings me to the you said boxing, Mayweather versus McGregor. Like Mayweather obviously won that because that was his battle rap. But if we were talking everything coming to my ring, everything is no holds barred, it's not going to happen.
Seconds, yeah. So, and with the battle rap thing, I think a lot of guys don't know what they're in it for. Now, I'm not saying battle rap. I'm saying rap, period. Like when you get into rap, it's like dribbling a fucking basketball. It's like learning how to use measuring cups and turning on the oven. Like what you bake, what you cook, what you make, how you fight, how you do this. Like some people don't know. They learn how to do it and they keep doing it. And somebody says, "Hey, you're good at that. Go work the grill." Now you're just flipping burgers at Wendy's.
Yeah.
But there's some people that are like, "Yo, fuck that. This is what I want." Yeah, I know how to work this, so I know how to use a sledgehammer, but I also know how to draw fucking blueprints at the same time. So I don't want to get sucked into just that. No one's gonna put me in that little cube in that little space, and I'm only gonna do that. But again, most guys don't know what they want, and they're gassed up and they're told like, "Yo, you're the shit. Yo, you're killing it. You're this, you're that," and they want to keep that high going, so they stay in that sport or they stay in that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that that's him,
feel you. Yeah.
But I'm saying, who was it? Battled Eminem. I mean, that's my point, though. I don't really remember his name. No respect, but he's from LA. Beast, just insane, like crazy dope. Otherwise, one of Eminem's like legendary battles was here in LA, and Otherwise served him, and Otherwise was killing it. And there's a battle rap DVD where Otherwise basically says like, "Yo, all that making it shit and this and that, like, yo, I'm over that." He's like, I solely exist now to just eliminate whack motherfuckers. It's like a pesticide, pretty much. And you're like, okay, dope. You embrace that. He pretty much said like, "Yo, I'm never gonna have a hit record. I'm never gonna have that house and this and that. Like, I'm only gonna do this to just whack fools."
Yeah.
And that's pretty dope. He embraced it. But he's an example of somebody that understood, like, okay, well, it's not going to be all these things, so I'm just going to do this and only this. You know what I'm saying? And but it does take talent. The cream rises to the top, and so on and so forth. But with the battle rap shit, like, I haven't kept up, too much, because I feel like a lot of stuff will influence you as a writer. So if you're sitting there, and not saying that not to listen to anybody, but stuff will seep into your music if you're not paying attention. So if you're, let's say, you're going to do a battle rap song, it's so easy to just go and watch 14 battles, pick certain lines, and then kind of flip them on their head
Yeah.
rearrange the words or whatever, and then boom, now you're the guy. Uh, but that shit's whack. So um, I feel like, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
For me, I'll tune in. I'll tune in like, oh, that's dope. Who's that? Uh, but I don't keep up like that.
Got you. So, speaking of like things that'll influence you, who are some of the artists that influence you coming up, and who are ones that influence you to this day?
Like Ice Cube's a big one. Um, I mean, there's a lot like KRS, Guru, Big Al, Pun, Tumex, Sick Jackin, Razkaz, Jo Felony. Like there's a Too Short, Scarface. Like I could run down the list.
Mm-hmm.
Tech Nine. Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. And as far as that people that still inspire me, like J. Cole's another one. I'm like, yo, that motherfucker's dope. There's certain people, but as far as people that still inspire me, it's the ones that are consistent, the ones that are still doing it. Like a Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
where it's like, yeah, I'm 52, 54, whatever. I'm like, yo, I'm still in shape. Like, yo, he knows that he can't work his way up from scratch to be back where he was. He's realistic, but he's like, yo, I could, I still got juice in my legs. I could land a punch. So it's guys like that are consistent. Though, as far as the OGs, the newer guys, like I watch them, and it's a different. The sport has changed a bit as far as keeping track of what's dope, because there's different ways. Freshman Double XL, like that might be a gauge. A Spotify playlist, if you're not on it, you're not hot, you're not dope.
Yeah.
So there's different ways. But like for me, it could be anybody. It could be some unknown dude in a cipher at a show where it's like, yo, this motherfucker's dope, and it makes me want to keep that edge, so I stay hungry and I keep working and I keep evolving and trying to get better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the one major thing, and I kind of this is the chip on my shoulder where it's like, there's no definitive style to what I do. As far as like, you can't say I'm doing things exactly like Snoop,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm doing things exactly like whoever. As far as the words that I use, the way I pronounce them, the flow, the delivery, the cadence, like, you can't pinpoint exactly who it is.
Yeah.
There's influences in there. It reminds you of things, but it can never be said like, yo, he sounds like this.
Yeah.
His voice sounds like that guy.
Yeah.
It's not like, I don't try to sound like Ghostface. I don't try to sound like certain people. So I don't want to emulate that. And if that's one thing at the end, when it's all said and done, where people are like, yo, you kind of like didn't really sound like nobody, and you did your fucking thing, props. That would be a major accomplishment for me.
Yeah.
Is not letting all these other artists influence me in a way where I'm just kind of throwing it back out, just a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy of. I don't want to do that. It's undeniable that I'm influenced by Rakim and Nas and these ones and those ones and Biggie and so on, but definitely don't want to rap like anybody.
Yeah, definitely. Bro, you're good at talking, man. You should have your own podcast.
I did for a minute. I did. And it was cool because I was trying to do what you were doing, where I was basically pulling in people that didn't do anything with music.
Yeah.
Like I did have a band that came on, my first guest, and they were able to play live in the studio. But I had this guy who was a bouncer at a strip club, telling strip club stories. I had different people like from different walks of life, because there are people you walk past and you don't think like to really like, let me talk to this fucking dude. And actors, like actor that has been in Iron Man and all these movies, but you if you seen him, you wouldn't recognize him. You don't know his name, but he can tell you about who's a prick, what it's like,
yeah,
things like that. And that's interesting to me, is giving people like that a shot, because I can identify with that, where it's like, in my industry I'm this, in your industry you're this. I want to mix it up. So like a barbecue chef, my homie's a chef, and things like that. I was doing that for a minute, but I had to take a break from it, and then all this shit happened, so I wasn't able to get back over there like I wanted to. But I want to do that soon. Get back on it.
I love it, man. Seems like you're back on your grind though, dude. You just dropped a video, what, 5 hours ago?
Yeah,
Yeah, you and DJ Disaster Out of Bounds, a video on YouTube.
yeah. So the funny thing about that video is, I can break down that entire process with that album and what a fucking nightmare that was. But yeah, it was horrible. But the funny thing was like the producers from Germany, and he moved out here, and he wanted, we had been working. We had the same manager a few years back, and started working on shit or whatever. And we had a few songs, and he's like, "Yo, we have to have a West Coast song." For me, I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" Like,
Yeah.
palm trees, you know, whatever. Like, and so I was like, "All right." So he sent me a couple beats, and at this, where we were at the time, we were almost done, and I was like, he was already getting on my fucking nerves. So I kind of took the song and flipped it on its head and pretty much said like, "Yo, this is about you, cats like you." And some people like in my immediate circle, they saw that,
Yeah.
and a lot of people don't know that, but now you know. Good example is like, dude came out here, and he's got an Eazy-E tattoo on his arm.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, that's dope. When I first met him or whatever, he told me like, yeah, man, I'm big fan, whatever. And then he moves out here and he's looking for a place to live. And I was like, yeah, bro, I could probably get you a spot over here where I'm at. And oh no, man, I got to be where the white people are.
Oh,
And
wow.
I was like, wait a minute, bro, like you got a fucking black dude tattooed on your arm. Like that's kind of fucking weird that you would say that. Anyway, then you want to do a West Coast song. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to talk about people like you that move here, go directly to Hollywood
Yeah.
in a little fucking safe zone, right? And you come out here to blow up or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck. And you're basically just trying to like grab parts and pieces of what we've done, slap them together, and create a makeshift West Coast song.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you can't fuck with somebody that was born in Compton, lived in Long Beach, like all these places in these different hoods, gone to prison in California. You can't make a West Coast song with somebody like me, and I'm going to give you the same garbage that you've heard a million times. I'm going to give you fucking reality. So there's a line in there where I said, look around. The shit must be new to you. We kill our own heroes. Imagine what we do to you. And like, it was, the idea came from when Nipsey passed.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people, like I said, you came to chase your dream, you're just fucking up the traffic. You thought it was all in polish. There's killers on a Huffy that'll spray. My coach don't play, just ask Puffy. And look around. The shit must be new to you. We kill our own heroes. Imagine what we do to you. Because out here, bro, it's still the Wild West, even though it don't appear that way on the surface. Like there's still those dark corners you don't want to go in. And I'm not gonna give you a West Coast song, bro, that's generic. So, and I'm definitely, I'm not gonna do that. And in being my ethnicity, I'm not gonna do that either. Where it's like I'm gonna give you me, and I'm gonna give you reality. You don't have to like it, and it doesn't have to sound like this or that. But it was one of those things that I was like, no, I gotta say this,
Yeah.
And I expressed it, and then there's a lot of people that are showing love to it because they know it's real. Shout out to Keys. He's from Chicago. He came out and shot it, and the Fist Coalition. Shout out to them. And we just, I was given a shot to do it, and that's what I did.
So what does the West Coast mean to you? If I'm telling you, I want a West Coast song, what is the theme about it for you?
Well, hold on, my bad.
No worries.
My son. West Coast song to me is like, that's another thing too. Is like, yo, E40 is West Coast.
Yeah.
Spice One is West Coast. Mitchie Slick is West Coast. And that's, the Bay, LA, San Diego, all over. Fucking Sir Mix-a-Lot is West Coast. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like people, it's like, yo, where do you fucking cut off? Where's the cut off? It's not a fucking football. It's not a football team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like from bottom to top, this is West Coast to me. So when you say a West Coast song, it's like, okay, yeah, the beach is right here. The weed is magnificent. The women are beautiful. The car culture is there.
Yeah.
The graffiti shit and into the hip hop shit. Like we got some ill DJs, some fucking legendary graph writers, so on and so forth. So why would I give you just the surface and give you a car with rims and smoking weed, bags of weed and chicks and this and that? Like that's cool. That's cool. But this ain't no West Coast love song. It's time to put in work. Better get those gloves on because the line's got to be drawn somewhere. Where it's like we're not saying that don't enjoy what we put out, not at all. But it's like, yo, don't come to take from us. So I'm not even going to give you that to take from us in the first place. I'm not going to show you all these things that you've already taken. Snoop said it in an interview, or he said it in a song one time where he said, the sea walking and this at the time. And he was like, yo, you know, the Chuck Taylors, this and that. He's like, that's us. We want that back. And it stood out to me. And I was like, okay, and it's true. Not to say that you can't be from, you know, fucking wherever and wear Chucks. Like, yo, it's fucking shoes. There's cats in Japan that dress like hardcore, you know, cholos.
Yeah.
And yo, if that's your influence, cool. But what I'm saying is don't do it with the intent to sell it back to us. You know, don't if real motherfuckers won't buy it. If it's like yeah, that's basically where I was going with that. So as far as the West Coast song, like, you know, the ones that I grew up listening to, you know, NWA, shit like Dre, you know, all the West Coast stuff, people I named, those are people I listen to. Planet Asia's West Coast. You know what I'm saying? So that's West Coast. So it's not like, to me, there's no like box where it has to fit. Sometimes it spills over the top, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes the colors in the mix is blended a little bit. There's a little bit of East Coast or Midwest flavor in there. There's a little bit of Southern flavor. Perfect example. When people say like East Coast, or they say New York, when they're like, yo, New York hip hop, that New York hip hop, you know, like Gangstar. Neither one of those dudes are from New York, right? When people say West Coast, people don't know that like Snoop and Nate Dogg, their families are from the South. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like they weren't born in that exact fucking house in Compton and Long Beach and then fucking sprouted out and then it was just that. No, that's why we have Nate Dogg, because of the Southern influence, singing in the churches. So, but he's known as signature West Coast. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
It's all these little spices that are accumulated along the way. So to me, a West Coast song is whatever if you're from here and it's genuine, it's whatever you give it. But you can McDonald's with it, you know?
Yeah, definitely,
bread, meat, bread, sure.
And a mustard beat.
Yeah, bro. Mustard on the beat. So like,
I love it,
it's
man.
that kind of shit.
So, bro, what can people do to help you out to reach your goal? You know, because I know a lot of people that are trying to build something, you know, it gets very frustrating when, you know, they'll say, oh, here, I like your music, but it kind of stops at that. So what are some actionable items that people can do to help you reach your goals, you know, to help you get more listens and to help you get out there? What is like the biggest thing that people can do?
I'm a big fan of the memes that are like, it costs $0 to support an artist. Because it's true. It's like, perfect example. By wearing a Dodger hat or a fucking, you know, Cowboys jersey or whatever your fucking team is, that Supreme thing in the back, shit like that. Like by doing that, you're basically advertising for that brand, for that whatever it is. So, and it didn't cost you nothing. Like, I mean, you might have bought that because it served a purpose, but it's cool because of what it is.
Yeah.
So, for people to just grab a song, share it, and say, "Yo, I like this because of this." Like, "Yo, this reminds me of this," or "This makes me feel like this." Sometimes, like that takes seconds. And if you do that, and I've seen it work, where like somebody will share it randomly, and then somebody will DM me. And they're like, yo, I run this radio station over here and whatever. Are you down to do an interview? Can you send me clean versions of these songs? I'm going to get you spins. Things like that. And you're like, oh, shit. And it all stemmed from that person that grabbed it, shared it. Maybe it only got 26 likes. It don't fucking matter. One of those 26 was this guy who's going to take it and put it in front of 2,600 people. and so on and so forth. And it's kind of like that. So for people to support, follow and share. That's the easiest, simplest way. As far as copping things, buying things, you know, I put out shirts, vinyl, cassettes. I put out a beer.
Yeah.
And then I got some edibles coming out. So like going to the website, pawz1.bigcartel.com, they can grab stuff off of there, off the Bandcamp, and then just support, because every time that comes in, you know, you pay the bills and then you put aside a little budget to get things done. Like, okay, mixing, mastering, artwork, you know, ordering vinyl, ordering tapes, printing T-shirts, making shirts, making hats, whatever. So it's that.
I love it, man. Well, I'm definitely going to keep an eye on you, bro. I'm excited for this new EP that you said that you're going to be coming out with in the near future, Dance on My Grave. And now now we have context to it, man. I'm excited, bro. And hopefully I get to see you at another show if all this shit ever clears up.
Yeah, fuck. I mean, I'm itching, bro. I'm in here. I'm getting cat fever. I'm like, fuck. I'm probably gonna be one of those dudes that they're gonna have to like knock out the wall to get me out, because I'm gonna keep eating, because I can't perform. I can't do shows. You know what I'm saying?
Get the crane.
Yeah, dog. They're gonna crane me out of here.
I love it, bro.
Shit.
So before we get out of here, can you let everybody know where they can find you at and listen to your music?
Everything on social media, Twitter, Instagram, all that shit is at PAWZ and the number 1. And everywhere else, it's PAWZONE, Spotify, etc. So all you got to do is really just Google them, either or, and then you'll find whatever it is, YouTube, whatever it is you know, however you listen to music, you'll find me on all of those.
Hell yeah, bro. Hey, man, well, I want to thank you for spending this time with me. Awesome conversation, man. It definitely gave me a better idea of what the grind is to be an up-and-coming artist, man. And I don't say that disrespectfully, because you got fucking 11 years into this game, dude.
But for me, it's like, I don't feel like, to get as high as I want to go, I'll always be up and coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit, brother. All right, guys, make sure you check out Pawz One. We'll have the info listed below. And thank you to our sponsor, Heel Toe Automotive. Been around since 2002, supplying you guys with all the Honda parts that you need. Make sure you guys hit them up. Marcus at Heel Toe. Awesome, dude. HeelToeAuto.com, or on Instagram at Heel Toe Automotive. Please, please, please go stream Pawz One, guys. Just like he... I could use your feedback as well. You know, that's like the biggest thing that you can do. You know, liking is cool, sharing is cool, but saying, I like your song because of this. This message resonated because of this. That definitely goes a long way, man. So please, guys, give your feedback. And thank you for listening.
Tell a friend. Shout out to everybody. Yeah. Shout out to everybody that checked this out, made it all the way this far.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you for listening. Once again, this is Downtime with Downstar, episode 187, and we out. Peace.
187.